And here I am, everyone. Author D.L. Tillery here, the Mistress of Horror, and welcome back to my channel. I am doing my next live stream for the Authortube Booktuber under 100K subscriber marathon. And here I am for this. So we are going to be doing, again, if you did make it to my last stream, I tend to do longer sprints, especially when I'm trying to get work done. And I know you might be here to do work too. That could be rather you're editing or, working on a craft project, reading a book, trying to catch up on that starting the new year, right? Or writing a project, obviously. So my sprints tend to be 30-minute sprints, and I do 5-minute chats roughly. If the chat part goes under 5 minutes, it's because we might as well just jump right back in if there is no interaction to keep us going in the chat department, which is fine because we do want to get some work done, which is also good. I love getting my work done because I have a lot of projects to get done this year. So if you don't know who I am and you're new to this channel, again, I said I'm the Mistress of Horror. That means I'm married to all the other genres, but I am the Mistress of Horror. I write dark fantasy, horror, very directly horror, and other things as well. You may end up seeing romance from me, contemporary or otherwise, paranormal romance. You may see sci-fi from me. I like to dibble and dabble. So that's why I'm a multi-genre author. That being said, you may have read some of my stuff. I have written the two well-known short horror stories, The Room Within and Fractals, which you could get those over on Amazon, and my poetry collection, the dark romance poetry collection called Thorns of My Heart, and recently released my first dark fantasy novel, Caliostro, Tale of the Libertin, which is a dark fantasy with romantic elements and also some otherworldly Cthulhian things. So, a lot going on in that story. So all my links are always below if you want to check out my stuff. And I am on all the social medias as well. Let me say hello to the chat to see who is here. Hello, Sucko. And hello, Author Christina. Nice to see you. Cool Gamer. Yay. Hello. Michael. Good show. Dawn Brooks. Oh, nice to see you. Sam, hello. Inka, hello. Jocelyn, nice to see you. I'll try to not miss anybody. Right and now, hello. Thank you for the shout out there, for the link. If you don't see links here in the chat, then you definitely could check those out in the description. Also, I have some free stories that you could check out that are not just my horror inclined things, so you could test out some of my other stuff. I wrote some stuff on Reedsy while they were doing some of their competitions. I did enter some of those. And I have 2 stories over there, which I usually keep linked in my bio as well. And if you join my newsletter, which is on my website, And then you get a free short horror story that is actually in the back of Caliostro's book called La Draga. That's one of my short horrors that's based in the Caliostro world. So if you join my newsletter, you get that for free, which is also cool. And I always talk about little creepier things in my newsletter and keep you up to date on what I'm doing. So don't forget to join the newsletter. All these horror and dark romance authors in this marathon are making me want to dabble, right? There's a lot of us, isn't it? There's a lot of us. Hello. Nice to see you, Rita. All right. So we're actually on time. So, because that doesn't need to happen. I'm actually going to be on time to start the first sprint. And I do 30-minute sprints. Let me go ahead and pull up my link through for that. Because I use my Caliostro themed timers that I have on my channel. So let me grab the first one. I used them last time for my last stream. And we're going to just start right off with, let's see. These are not organized, are they? I meant to pre-pull them up because I knew I would be using them. Let's see, playlist. I probably have a playlist of timers. I do. Of course I do. That's no one needs you advertising their YouTube. Thank you. Let's see. I have 2 or 3 30-minute sprint timers. Let's go with this one first. No. They like to move the links as soon as you touch them. Okay, thank you. All right, so let's do screen share. I want to full screen that first. Let them share screen. Share. I will go back here. Alrighty, so let me check the chat one more time before we pop on our first sprint. And Jocelyn said, I do supernatural, sci-fi, fantasy. Yes, that's always fun. There are a whole lot of horror authors. Yes, horror has been picking up. At least I've been hearing that in the community that it has been, which is awesome. I will say that is a good thing, in my opinion. All right, so let's go ahead and jump on this first sprint. I usually go silent when I am sprinting, so I'll be off screen and the timer will take over the entire screen. And I will see you in 30 minutes. And make sure you let me know what you're working on in the chat while I'm away, and then I will read it when I come back. No matter what the project is, even if you're just chilling, that's cool too. Let me know in the chat. Let's keep the chat going. See you in 30 minutes. And that is time, everyone. That is time. Let me know in the chat, what did you get done? What were you working on? If you haven't posted that yet, if it's relevant for you to post it, if you feel that it is. I would love to know what you're working on, but if you're not really working on anything, that's fine. You do not have to share. Last time I was working on the Caliostro book 2, jumping back into that because I have been previously writing it about 2 years ago, like right after I finished the first book. As you know, when I finished my first book, I did not immediately release it. It was a couple of years after that, which just happened in December that just passed. So I had written a good amount of the book, the sequel, because it's a 3-part series, and it's hard jumping back in, especially if you've written a good amount. I think it probably has for the first draft. I think it probably has a good, probably another 30,000 words. So I am pretty close to the end. It is roughly sitting at around 26 chapters, and I had took a pause like at chapter 22 because the book I'm a planner, so it's all outlined or whatever. So is book 3, but I hadn't written it. You know what I mean? That being said, that's what I was working on the last time I did the stream. But this time, I am in the middle of doing my book reviews for upcoming ones because I do read and such that. I'm a big reader. I'm a booktuber and a book talker as well. So I was reading Code Red, finishing up Code Red because I've been reading Code Red for a minute, but it's not that it's a super long book, but my schedule is super crazy for me to fit in things that I like to do. And that is Code Red by R. St. Clair. I'm Regina St. Clair of the Haunted Library. If you're unaware of her, I don't know how you wouldn't be if you're on Authortube or Booktube. The book is really good, okay? And I love horror, so this one is very original. The video that I'm putting out for the book review, it'll come out coincide with the written review on Amazon and Goodreads. And most of my video reviews are similar to my written reviews, though some of the stuff wording isn't in the video review compared to the written review. I also do not spoiler style review, especially for my fiction stuff. So it's not going to be a long video, but I did want to still express my enjoyment of the book in video form. So that's the video that will be coming out tomorrow. So I'm just working on that for the first sprint. I was working on getting the wording for the video together. It's just mostly the review, my thoughts on the book. So it'll probably be a 3-minute video or something like that, I would think. Nothing overly long since it's a non-spoiler one book review. I did originally plan to put both of her books that I was currently reading in the same video, but my schedule did not permit me to complete the one. Final Dress is the name of that novel, the other one I was reading. Plus I have another 1 or 2 of her books that I have on my to be read list, which I'm going to finish by February. Plus, once I'm done with Code Red, I'm going to finish Final Dress, and then I'm going to be reading the rest of Ben Pick's book, because I am reading his second book in his 3-part book series. I did review the first book. I really enjoyed it. Is really good too. Is that fantasy? That's more like time travel, fantasy, sci-fi stuff. I would say that that's a fantasy sci-fi mix. Like, not say fantasy, but more sci-fi, time travel type situation. I'm really enjoyed that second book as well. So that's another book review that will be coming from me. But it's like hard with my schedule to get the stuff done. I'm usually once I get in the book, I can read it pretty quickly. Usually a 400-page, 500-page book I could do in 6 hours or less if I really have the time to sit down like that, but I don't generally. So I usually have to take breaks and then get back to it in a couple of days and things like that. So, though I wish I could read more, I read not as much, but I did cover all that in my end of the year video. Let's see what everyone was looking from. While I was away, Aphrodite dropped in. My girl Aphrodite. Thank you for telling everyone to hit the like button. Please do, so more people can find the stream. And she said she is also influenced by the dark side. Yes, it happens to the best of us. Sako said, I'm super happy with my watercolor painting of Gorgon doing her hair. That is really cool. And I paid some bills. That's always good. You got to do that. Writer Sam said, I got the dishwasher emptied and reloaded. Got to work. Got to make purse out of that song. And the laundry switch. That's about all the capacity I have. Hey, that's good. You're getting stuff done. And Inga said, working on edits for February and March release. Smart to be ahead. Also, I got no words on the page today so far. That's fine. That's not a big deal, And author Christine said, I'm back up to $29 subs. Now I would like to hit 105 before today is over. That would be really cool if you could do that. If you're not subscribed to Christina's channel, then make sure that you do. So go over there and click the picture profile here. And I think when you do that, it opens on the menu and you can go to profile and go subscribe and help out another author tuber. Keep those numbers going. Because, you know, once you hit a certain number with YouTube, they always drop off some and then they put some back. It's a forever game with them, let's be honest. But yeah, pain in the butt to be honest with them. 100. And Sam shared the link. Thank you, Sam, for sharing the link for Christina so that we can get some subs there. I am subscribed to her channel as well. But yes, so working. So I'm working on my YouTube, Authortube stuff currently. So I have to record that video tonight. Usually I'm ahead, but my schedule has been, no, we're not being ahead. So I will get that done. I am participating in the Gothic Hearts Challenge, which is done with Reedsy and St. Clair hosting, and also co-hosting with Aphrodite Lee. Dahlia D. Winters may be in it with us this year, Elizabeth Sage Wood, and E.D. Lewis. Some of my favorite people here on Authortube. We do this every year. It is a very fun event. We do read some books that are Gothic based, and then we do some Gothic based activities. But we'll be talking about that in our videos that we plan to release next week, I believe. But just keep a lookout for those for that announcement. I will be announcing that, and so will all the other co-hosts of the event. That is one we do every year. I really love doing that one. It's one of the funnest. And then I'm not sure what else I have planned. Besides, I did sign up for the AWC, which is run by SD Houston. Really great Authortube writing conference that is free to attend. Great event. Very informative. You get to know a lot of other authors in Authortube, and I'm very informed. But yes, so that's what I'm doing. Again, if you are working on something you didn't get to post, please do, and I will read it. Aphrodite said, I am neck deep in a new tale based on the writing prompt game we did on my first live stream. I'm all in. Totally enjoying the story that came out of nowhere. Yes, that's always a fun one. The character I created, I plan on playing with him a little bit, obviously, because duh, that should be fun to do. Once I get back into the writing thing, if I'm the next sprint that we're about to start, 30-minute sprint, I am going to finish up this script for my video. And that's just mostly just my review because I don't really do scripts. Most of my stuff is just on the spot. But when I do book reviews, I like to have the review outline of what I feel about the book done. So that's what I'm going to finish working on. Make sure I set up everything for that, so I can record that when this is done. And then if I have time for one of the sprints, I'm going to probably pull Caliostro back up and jump back into that tale again. I do have a schedule set for myself to get Caliostro book 2 drafted by the end of this month, which is only another 2 weeks or so in this month, week and a half or so. And then I can start the self-edits on that and move on to finishing the 2 short tales in my horror collection that is based in the Caliostro world as well. Beyond the Veil, which is the name of that horror collection. And thank you, Sam, for sharing the Authortube writing conference. Make sure you get that link. It's very, very good to be a part of that. Sam, make sure you hit the bell to be notified when she uploads the video. Yes, thank you. Please hit that bell. It's very important. I'm working on the World Encyclopedia for the story, and the more I write, the more that floods me. Yes, that is one of the things that happens to us writers. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in on another 30-minute sprint, and then we'll have a small chat when we come back from that break. Let me get to the next one going here. I'm going to use one of the other Caliostro timers. This one time we're going to use the lake, which is the infamous lake that is in the book. If you read the book, or if you get the book, you will see the lake that in this video is the instance of the lake that is in the book that Allison, the female lead, is caught drowning in, and that Caliostro saves her from. So you get to see like a sort of that scene. All right, let's share the screen. Yes, you did. We're about to start the next one. So we're right on to the next 30-minute sprint. I'm going to add the timer to the screen again. We're going to use the Lake Moors of the Veil for this one. Share. So here we go. And I will see you in 30 minutes. And we're back. That is the end. Put your pencils down. Let me know how you did for that sprint, what you worked on, if you're not working on anything, if you're dancing like Andy. Oh my goodness. I see it was in the chat. I know a few people came in while I was working. I was chatting it up with Nicole. Yes, the books in the background, Nicole, are, like I mentioned in the chat, they are my books back here of Caliostro. I have some of the paperbacks stacked here for when they're getting ready to go out, which I have to ship some this week for people who purchase directly from me. And then these things here are some of my video games are collector's editions, which that actually goes all the way up here. You can't see across my bookcases. Um, and then down here behind me are all video games. And these are my 360 games. Like, they're older. And then around in the room this way is all my video games around the one side of the room. And then it goes into my books around the other side of the room. So yeah, that's fun. But yes, I did get to finish preparing my review for Code Red by R. St. Clair, for the video to be made this evening for me to put up tomorrow. That is what's on the schedule for my channel. I was due. Now I'm doing back to doing book reviews on the third Sunday. Usually on the third Sunday it was kind of open, but now I've decided to dedicate that to book reviews since I do love reading so much. Yes, me and Nicole were talking about manga because she thought it was a manga. My manga aren't in view right now. I do have a good Junji Ito collection. I also have the hardback versions of Berserk, which is another I guess you want to say manga artist who passed away. Actually, I've been reading his stuff since I was a teen, and he passed away, so it did not get to be finished. But his assistant is finishing Berserk series. That's good for that. Sad that he passed away. But I do have a lot of manga. I grew up on anime and manga. Actually, one of the reasons I learned Japanese growing up, also because I played import video games, and that was an incentive for me. Let's see. Hello, Nia. Happy to see you here. And Andy, one of my favorite people here, too, with that voice of his. And Andy is talking about my music, which is, I did mention at the beginning of the stream that it is the official soundtrack for the Caliostro book. A friend of mine who actually resides in Japan, the name of his music label is Tribal Snake. You can find his music on actually, if you just Google him, you can find his music, but I always keep it linked in my description if you want to purchase the album. It's about 6 or 7 songs that he made for the book. So I've been playing the music. I usually use it for my book trailers, and I play it on my live streams now. So please do support him on that. Tribal Snake again. He is very talented, and I really appreciate him collaborating with me and making the music for Caliostro's official album, which some of the people from the Kickstarter got the official physical album for that. Yep, there's yes, there's music. Yep. He talking about getting naked and work out. He's dancing. That's cool. Please dance. All right. Let's see what everyone worked on. Oh, Andy, thank you. Appreciate you. Oh, cool. We got 5 pages red pen. Nice. Aphrodite's on fire. That's what we like to hear. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I'm sure that the creator would be really happy to hear that. Let me go in the comments and grab his handle, and I will share it. I think I would have to do it on here, because if I do it on StreamYard, it will not pick it up because they're lame. Let me go in the description just so I can share his stuff. I always have him near the bottom here, I'm sure. yeah, travel state. I usually go by Mizz Unno. Let's see if the link will work directly for me grabbing it. It's because he's on Bandcamp, and links and stuff when you save them from the previous, it hardly ever works. But I will go grab the actual link. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to make sure I'm on screen. Okay. Let me go grab it and share it for everyone, because it's sometimes when you like take your information from one video to the other, YouTube does not copy the links very well. So if you don't double check the links to make sure that they for real copied, and then you'll go to click it and be like, this isn't working. Like, what's going on here? So let me just pull up my edit. Yeah, there we go. Duh. In the description. Where is it? There we go. You gotta look really hard for the description on here because they try to hide it from you. Because that's the only way it shows like the whole thing. Let me grab that and copy. La la la. See if it'll open up there yet. I don't need to. Okay, thank you. Now I have to just share it and copy it. He's really good. He has a lot of other music on there too. So do be sure to check that out. I have a link now. I'm going to put it in the chat for you. Here we go. Because I can't share it on the Streamyard link, but there you go. That's the Travel Snake link to the Caliostro album. If you want to support him and grab a copy of the album. Also, again, he has other music on there. It's his. I found him a long time ago. And he actually did the official song for my belly dance convention that I used to run. He did the theme song for the convention, Dangerous Curves. And we kind of met just through Facebook. And he doesn't, at the time, he didn't speak like fully, so we just would translate back and forth. I spoke Japanese, but we didn't talk on the phone. So we just spoke through Facebook Messenger. And we decided to collab, and he did music for that. And then I hit him up when I was doing the book, and he said, sure, I can do music for that too. But yeah, he gets 100% of the proceedings from the album selling, which please do support him. I believe in supporting artists completely, and I get rights to use the music wherever I want to. So that's always cool. Alrighty, just going to double check the chat again before we get on to probably our last sprint for the evening, because I end around 6. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the final screen for that. Let's see here. And this sprint I'll be working on Caliostro because I'm done with the other stuff I was working on. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see which one we can use this time. I have a few character ones, but I have another one that's not in my playlist. Let me go to that one, because the other one I have is the werewolf. Well, I should say werewolf Lycrans, the Lycran one. And that one, I have a few different timers, but I like this one as well. It's another Caliostro based one. So let's go ahead and share that with Sprint. Yay, Canva. That's one of my favorite places to work in. I started making some book covers for my thing, and then I take the design over to my Photoshop program I have, and that's why I do my book covers now. I'm really good at it now. I learned that for about 2 years. I think I'm ready to go with it. I did that cover for Thorns in My Heart, which I was really proud of. So, and I'm doing all my future book covers except for the Caliostro series. My cover artist, Dusan Molkovich, will be the same artist again for the next 2 books. But all the other book covers that's going forward, except for the ones I paid for and had made, I always will mention, but the ones I'm making now, all the ones that I'm currently working on are going to be for my books coming up. So I'm really excited about that. All right, screen share. Let's get back to work, everyone, for our final sprint. I probably will come out of the sprint 2 minutes to make sure I don't run over, since I'm at about 28 right now. Here we go. And share. Let's get started. And we're back, everyone. Let me know how you did in the chat and if what you got done all together. Some of us was doing activities, some of us was writing, some of us were editing, some of us painting, some of us was running off to eat dinner. But yeah, I appreciate all the people that popped in here. We had the lovely Emma show up. Really awesome. Books by Adrian. He had to go. And one of my favorite people again, Andy, of course, and he had to go as well. It's late where he is. And I believe Stephanie, hello, thank you for popping in here and working with us tonight. Aphrodite is talking about make sure we all follow each other, show each other support, and YouTube does unsubscribe people. Let's just be honest, they do it. We all know it. We're on to you, YouTube. So, alrighty. I did actually got to record the video for my channel tomorrow, the video review for Code Red. So short and sweet review. But the written review is already live over on Amazon and Goodreads, because most of the time when I review something, it goes up instantly on Amazon because I've purchased a lot and reviewed a lot of things. So yeah, the playlist. The next person is up soon. That's why I'm making sure I end on time so you can roll on over there. I believe it is, I wanted to make sure I have the right person on there. I thought it was Ben Peck, but I'm not sure about that. Don't get me to lying. Let me see real quick and make sure that I have the correct person. Stephanie is next. Thank you, Sam. I could not recall exactly who I meant to look and make sure I had that right. But yes, Stephanie is the next person, and you can pull up the playlist or go directly from the link here and get on some more writing, some more work in. Thank you. I appreciate you, Sam. And I forgot I'm staying up all night so I get the encyclopedia done. Cool. Get your work done. There are more streams that you can go hang out. I have to get off and go do things because that's how my evenings work. My daughter is up and about because she sleeps during the day mostly because she's homeschooled, and we do our schoolwork in the evenings, and our schedule runs through the weekend because the weekday schedule is crazy. So we do school Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. With that, these works out a little bit more because I'm usually only off on Saturday and Sunday. Sometimes I get a Monday, like this time because of the holiday. So I will be off, so that makes that a lot easier, but we still keep our regular schedule, which is school in the evening. She's like in college already because she's doing night school. But we just kind of base the schedule to me and to her, so it works out better that way. So that's what I'll be doing. After I get off of here, I will be doing homeschooling, which is at least we'll probably be doing that until, well, usually we have dinner first, and then we will start school probably around 6:30ish, 7. It depends. Today is a little off because usually I don't stream. Usually we start school around like 5, and then we're doing that until like about 8 or 9 or something. Then I usually have to take a rollover. It's a whole schedule crazy. So the schedule is very, very, very something. Anyway, I'm going to pop out of here so that way you guys can all have time to pop over there on Stephanie's stream and keep the train going. And make sure you have a good time. Check out my books if you haven't read any, and my work is all linked below. You can follow me on any of my other socials. I have a link tree below for that as well. If you haven't picked up Caliostro, you need to get a copy of it. It comes in paperback, hardback, and ebook. If you're into dark fantasy and with some romance in it or not, then you should pick up Caliostro because it is quite interesting and layered, I promise you. I will see you in the next video. And as I like to always say, make sure that you do stay scared. And I will leave you with my lovely video. Good night, everyone.
too.